Hello children, welcome to the physics class. In the last class we discussed about the term momentum. It is a product of mass and velocity. P is equal to mv. That is P stands for momentum, m is the mass of the object and velocity v. And momentum is having a standard unit kilogram meter per second. And today we discuss about the second law. We have already discussed Newton's first law, and now today we discuss what is second law of motion. What is Newton's second law? With an example, I'll come to the law. So listen, children. Suppose a car is moving with a very less velocity u, that is the initial velocity. 1 meter per second is the initial velocity of the car. This particular car is having a dead battery, so that it could move only with a very less velocity initially, that is 1 meter per second. And mass of the car is high, suppose it is 1200 kilogram. That is the mass of this particular object. So this is the initial velocity and this is the mass of the object. And we can say that the momentum of the car for u1 and m 1200 is m into u, that is equal to 1200 into 1 kilogram meter per second. This is the initial momentum of the car. This is called the initial momentum. And now this car cannot, or the engine cannot start, because this is having only 1 meter per second is the initial velocity. So that is not sufficient to start the engine. So we are calling some persons to push the car or pull the car, and as a result of that there will be a sudden increase of velocity, and velocity is increased to 40 or 45 meter per second. This is the final velocity attained by the car due to the hard push of the persons. Okay, so V is increased to 45 meter per second. M remains as a constant because 1200 is the mass of the object. There won't be any change for the mass. And now the initial velocity is increased to V. Now this is the final velocity, that is 45 meter per second. And due to this due to the increase of velocity within a short time, this is happened in 1 or 2 seconds. Because all the persons are pushing hardly within a short span of time. So that body could attain a velocity of 45 meter per second. That is enough to start the engine and the car can move very softly. So the final momentum obtained by the car P is equal to m into V, that is 1200 into 45. Clear? And here, and the unit is kilogram meter per second. Here within a short span of time, the momentum can increase from mu to mv or p1 to p2. Initial momentum mu, final momentum mv, and change in momentum is p1 minus p2, or final minus initial, that is p2 minus p1. p2 minus p1 is the change in momentum. Or here Newton states that the change in momentum with respect to time depends on the unbalanced force acted upon the object by the persons. The rate of change of momentum or change in momentum with respect to the time. Change in momentum with respect to time. This is change in momentum with respect to time is directly proportional to the high unbalanced force acting over the car. And the car could gain a change in momentum P2 minus P1 within a short span of time, 1 second, and that is directly proportional to the force applied. So here only unbalanced force can make an object to move. So here the unbalanced force applied is directly proportional to the change in momentum. If you apply more force, then change in momentum will be more. If you apply less force, the change in momentum will be less. So change in momentum with respect to time, that depends on the unbalanced force acting on the object. Or F is directly proportional to change in momentum means mv minus mu divided by t. Or F is equal to a constant into m into v minus u by t. Right? M is common for both the terms. So I take m outside, m into v minus u by t. And what is v minus u by t? That is equal to acceleration. change in velocity with respect to time. That is acceleration. So F is equal to K into M into A. Or if K is 1, F is equal to Ma. So this is the mathematical derivation of the second law of motion. What is second law? Second law states that the rate of change of momentum. Rate of change means change in momentum with respect to time. This is the equation. Change in momentum with respect to time is directly proportional to the unbalanced force. And this is the mathematical derivation of the law. And the final derivation is F is equal to M into A, where F is the force applied on the object, M is the mass of the object, A is the acceleration produced. Or we can say that the sudden change in momentum in a short time period or in a short span of time can produce acceleration in an object. Then acceleration is given by F is equal to M into A, or A is equal to F by M. From this equation, A is equal to F by M. Or this is the mathematical equation of the second law. And second law states that rate of change of momentum, change in momentum with respect to time, we can say that rate of change of momentum is directly proportional to the unbalanced. Equation is F is equal to Ma. There F is a force applied, M is the mass of the object, A is the acceleration, or acceleration produced in the object due to the change in momentum, or that is due to the momentum gained by the body within a short span of time. F is equal to Ma, or A is equal to F by M. F is the force, M is acceleration. When force applied increases, A increases. When mass increases, A decreases. So this is the equation. A is equal to F by M. This also can be derived from the Newton's second law of motion. So this is the statement. The rate of change of momentum is directly proportional to the unbalanced force acting on the object. Or change in momentum with respect to time is directly proportional to the unbalanced force acting on the object. And this is the mathematical derivation of the law. And this is the final equation derived from the law. F is equal to mass into acceleration. Okay, that's all today. Thank you.